California's recovery after several days of heavy rain, with atmospheric front brought tropical moisture from the coast to Sierra. Lola area from San Diego to the Bay Area wake up knee-deep in water with the car stuck in intensification. Inland, the Central Valley turned into the mosaic and makeshift lakes, the creeks split in fields and towns. In Los Angeles, storm drains overflowing an unprecedented field with water in minutes. We watched as the crabs disappeared when the sidewalks in the street said Marisol Vega on the Pecan Union. In the not along US 101, landslides scattered moved to the borders across the lines and sector of I-5 were predictably closed for the fast water rescue operations and debris removal. While the coast high waves and strong stuff washed over seawalls from the Pacific to Santa Barbara, a routing rift already weakening the windowed storm. The Sacramento San John Delta faced another danger. Overflowed rivers put pressure out levels. Volunteers walked through the night, placing standards around the area when the water ceased slipping through. This system was built in the centuries to come, warned flood manager Diego Cho, and the river is reminding us for the end. In the Salas and Pacho valleys, farmers waded through the roads and flooded strawberries and lettuce, dealing the direct blow in the state winter produce. Further east, heavy wet snow blanket in this side. Sierra Nevada went turned into rain, weighing down roofs and triggering avalanches to meltwater. Thundered in a catchment basin below. Chris in a truck with South Lake through cleared water pipes, knowing the clogged pipe cloud in the area and imagine a broken dam. Hospital treated hypothermia, burns in carbon monoxide poisoned from the user generators indoors, shelters filled with families with pets and garage bands to belonging community organization 100 up traps changing to hot metals. Official reappeared to all refrain, turn back, don't draw, and the drivers tested their like in a blanket rule. Forecasters said that this situation, warm seas, saturated soil, and suggestive storm turned original rain into crisis. When the skies finally clear, California will face a long day ahead, draining heats, inspiring dams and bridge, testing wells and inspecting system, and detailing crops losers. The alleged task will remain strangely in the state where the likely mine water and a camp faster falls 100 in the state longer where the wall recorded on the maps. An intense weather from the swept across California, dumping torrential rain from the coast to the Sierra and turning familiar streets to the fast-flowing rivers. Communities from the Los Angeles to the Bay Area and the Central Valley forced flash flooding landslides in the area affected by the wildfires, and the river levels have pushed all dams to their limits. In the Sacramento San John Delta and along the American River, official rushed in the rainforest levels and the stacked sandbars and the overflowing canals standard infrastructure built for the different climate. States and the federal agencies have accelerated dams to the flood protection project after a rapid dangerous situation, but the residents remain nervous and inspiration as it separates erosions and the weak spots. Agriculture and small businesses are counting the losers. Flooded fields, dumped winter crops, and damaged banking plants, filtering comments, all discredited things in the previous disaster. Analyzed one then, insurance payments were the counts and the only factors by the losers. Much of the economy is bordered falls and insurance producers on the local economies. The situation for the people is dire. Rescue from the raging water, power outage, and shelters filled with the families and pets. Officials are printing simple life-saving rules, turn around, don't down, document damage for the insurance claims, obey evacuation orders when the through planning said that the season should prove California and the strengthen levels, updates from the drainage system, and the rethink development in vulnerable floodplains. California is facing one of the most serious flood emergencies. It's decades of present weather from the broad several days of heavy rain, wind and storm in the mountains, flood cities and rural valleys. Official ANO confirmed multiple fatalities and hundreds rescued, with thousands have been forced to their homes in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento and Central Valley. Rivers including the Sacramento and San John had overflowed their banks, tested dams for the already strengthened the years and drought of the past storms. Water is everywhere, said Daniel Morales in the residence of Merced. We lived here at 20 years and never seen a rise of so fast.
Alter. Oh Gott. Hilfe. Ich will nach Hause.
California is facing for the full force in a historic crisis caused by the flooding. After several days of the continuing rain, rivers have burst their banks, entire areas and underwater, and the state of emergency have been declared from the Los Angeles County and the Sacramento Valley. Official ANO reported dozens of deaths, thousands rescued, and entire town cut off by overflowing reservoirs and a washed-out road. In Monterey County, the Pocho River's downburst forcing the mass evacuation and flooding farmland chest deep in water. Families have been overnight at the sound of sirens, came crying children and pets through the flooded street. We lost everything in an hour, said Rosa Martinez and displaced farm workers. The water came too fast that heat times have saved anything. In the Bay Area, communities faced chaos and landslides, buried cars and closed rail lines. The Santa Cruz, famous waterfront, shops and damaged by power waves and inland reservoirs overflowing, stranded sideways. Crew rushed a new Highway 17 where bullet the size of small cars and fallen onto the asphalt. The Central Valley, known as the national fruit and vegetable break, suffered devastation losers in agriculture. Flooded fields and strawberries, already grits and citrus fruits could lead to months to shortage to high price across the country. Dairy farmers rushed to mow in the heat, and the grain saw an erosion system to destroyed under the bird water. The Sierra Nevada faces double threat, heavy snow loads on the roofs, followed the rapid melting and warm rain accelerated runoff. Avalanches have formed shoot major ski resorts and a mountain town such as Turkey have been cut off from the world. More than 500,000 homes have been of several days continued to suffer from the power outage. Hospitals are treating their large number of cases and hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning from the dangerous oven generator and storm-related injury. Emergency shelters have overflowed, provided refuge to families who have been not able to return homes to wait.